Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, overnight, all of that good stuff. I hope everything's going well, and don't forget to leave in the comments how you're doing. I'm really putting the microphone here to the test because it is a hot one, and so I need to have the windows down until the AC gets going. That way I don't have a cooked Apollo back here. But yeah, we're doing a vlog. It's been a minute. It has been a while since I have filmed a vlog. I actually did film one last week, but I ended up having some computer issues or computer troubles when I was going to edit the video. The audio just kept, like, when I was going to listen back to it to do any edits or clip things, the audio just kept going out, like, and it wasn't the actual file itself, like, whatever. I don't know if my computer is just getting up there in age and a little too slow to process everything, but the actual video didn't have a problem. It was just the playback. So it was really hard trying to edit because it would go like 10-20 seconds with no audio, and then it would cut in every like half second. You'd hear like so I couldn't like really figure out what I was saying. It was just really frustrating. And so I spent one night trying to get it uploaded, and I stayed up way too late fussing with it, and I was just getting super frustrated. So I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this later. Well, I came back to it in a couple days later, and I was talking a lot about a bunch of time-sensitive stuff, like, oh, this will be going up this time, and this will be going up this. And I was like, oh, this is like, now it's just too late. So I ended up just saying, forget it. So I deleted that, which was a bummer, but that's okay. That happens from time to time. Woo! Hopefully this person sees that we're breaking. Okay, good. That was a random slam on the brakes. Anyway, so yeah, now it is time for take 2. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the windows up now. Are you good back there, buddy? Got the AC going. Close this too. That way we get a little sun cover as well. Let's close that. Cool. Sorry. All right. Let me make sure he's got some air blowing on him. There we go, Bubba. Let's hit it one more notch up. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it was kind of a bummer that I had to get rid of that one or delete it. I was just so frustrated dealing with it. So I don't know. I was like, forget it. We're not doing this. So this is kind of me getting back into the swing of things. It's been so busy, just like everything's been busy, and we'll get into it. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. So vlog, this is a vlog. We're going to the dog park. We're going to go to the open space one, not the one up near the mountains. Just because I haven't been up there in a little while, and so I'd like to go up there and do a nice lap. And I feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason, that one tends to be, at least recently, it's actually a little bit nicer because there's not as many cyclists as there is on the one near Boulder. So we're not having to deal with cyclists and stuff. So I'm just going to go up here to this one. The other reason is there's a restaurant that just opened up that I really want to try. It's called, are you going to let me go? Okay, perfect. It's called 0 Degrees, which is a weird name for a restaurant, but apparently it's like bobas, but like smoothies, but like that. It's kind of like a boba shop, but then they also have like popcorn chicken and fried shrimp and like just like little snacky stuff. I think they have a few other things, but it was giving me kind of like the Korean kind of snack shop vibes, or like boba tea shop vibes. Boba's, what is boba? I don't know where that originated. Maybe it's I see it at a lot of pho restaurants, so maybe Vietnamese. I'm not sure, but anyway, there used to be one similar to that up in North Denver in Thornton, and it was like a boba shop, but you could also get like just little snacky stuff, and it was really good. And then they had another one in Aurora next to the skincare shop that I used to go to, and both of those places have closed down. I think during COVID they closed down. So I'm like, if there's a new place where I can go get like a fun like tea, like a jasmine tea boba or milk or something like that, and then like some chicken or something, just little snacky foods. So I was like, I think I'm gonna try that, and I'll make that my dinner. So that's on the way home from going to this dog park. So that's another reason why I wanted to go there. But anyway, so yeah, it has been, I don't even know how long it's been since my last vlog, which is crazy because I was cranking them out and then I just kind of fell off the map. I feel like it's been at least a week. It's definitely been at least a week, maybe a week and a half. But yeah, so I guess kind of taking things back, I think maybe the last one I did was the whip-in chat for Francesca's Studio Works was maybe the last one. Or maybe there was another one. Maybe it was the one where I showed us going to the concert. I don't remember. But work's just been a little crazy. We've had things going on pretty much every single weekend, or every weekend. So it's just been a lot. And so I'm just trying to keep my head above water and still trying to get diamond painting done and get stuff done. There's so much stuff I feel like there's so much stuff. But yeah, I guess we'll just kind of start with life stuff because that's usually where we go, and then I start talking about my diamond painting business. So where we last left off, or the vlog that I ended up deleting, that was not this past Friday, but the Friday before. And I was going to meet with the boys again. We went to this Mexican restaurant. I feel like the last time we did that too, before we went to the concert, we went to that Mexican restaurant. Well, we went again. It's been kind of our Friday night spot for a while now. And so we went there. And then they kept going. They went out to do some bar hopping and stuff, but I came home, just wasn't really feeling it. To be honest, I've been a little low energy for the past week or two. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just seasons changing and I'm just adjusting. I'm not really sure, but yeah, just felt a little bit fairly low energy, and it's hit and miss. This evening I was we're going on a walk. We're doing our miles, but poor Apollo, luckily it's warm now, and he's been doing a lot of backyard playing, and Spencer's girlfriend, her roommate has a dog named Ripley, and Apollo and Ripley have been playing a lot, and Ripley's just about a year old, same age as Apollo, super energetic, very rambunctious, likes to play hard just like Apollo. And so he's been spending a lot of outside time just romping around with Ripley. So I haven't felt so bad, but we really haven't been going on as many walks and hikes as we had been. We had a good stint where we were going pretty much every day, and now it's only been 3 times a week. So we're getting back into it today. But anyway, so that Friday, they went out. I came home, did some diamond painting, and went to bed. And then that Saturday, so 2 weekends ago, it was Joe, my buddy Joe, and my roommate, Spencer, the guy who owns the house. They have birthdays that are on 4 or 5 days apart. And so Joe's was that Friday, and then Spencer's was the following Wednesday. And so we just did we did a big barbecue on Saturday. So I didn't quite have an idea of just how many people were coming. It ended up being around like 30 people. And so once I found that out, I was like, okay, well, I need to clean the house. I didn't think anyone was going to be coming up here. I thought we were going to kind of do it down in their unit, I guess, or apartment. And so I was like, I didn't think we were going to have people coming up here, but it's just natural for people to go up into our apartment to go to the bathroom. Ours is we have the mud room and the laundry room that walks down into the backyard. So it's natural for people to come in and out of our apartment than to go down to theirs. So I was like, well, let me clean the bathroom and let me get the house put together. So I spent the morning cleaning. And then I took Apollo for a quick walk, but Ripley was one of the first dogs to show up that night. And that's when Apollo met Ripley for the first time, and they were fast friends. So they were just running. I mean, all day, all night, just wrestling and playing and then taking little breaks here and there. So anyway, I wanted to cook, so if I still have the photos, I'll insert them. I inserted them in the first attempt at doing this video, or doing the last vlog, and I don't know if I saved the photos, but I made the roasted veggie salad. I've mentioned it in a previous vlog, like that's one of my show-off things that I like to make, and it was this big platter of arugula, and then I roasted carrots and mushrooms and zucchini. What else? There was like 8 or 9 different veggies, and I just roast them all in the oven and then just kind of pile them up, and then I made my own balsamic vinaigrette to pour over. And so made that, and then I did this kind of Mediterranean platter kind of thing that has I used quinoa this time. Quinoa, a cucumber, tomato, onion, feta with a little bit of dill and lemon kind of salad, and then hummus, roasted chickpeas, and then some pita bread goes on and then you just kind of scoop up a whole bunch of it, a little bit of everything. So I made those. I took pictures, so if I can remember to try to put them in again, I will. But yeah, I made that, and then we just were outside just living it up all Saturday. We started around like 2 or 3, and people were just trickling in and out all day, all night. I think I went to bed, but from what I hear, the last people didn't leave till around 1 a.m. And so it was just a lot. It was a very beautiful day, super sunny, but I was just so drained, so exhausted, and I feel like ever since then, I've slowly been getting my mojo back, but I was just like down for the count for like a couple days, like just being out in the sun for like the entire day. I was wearing sunscreen, but still. And then all that social interaction, and of course we were having our beverages and all that stuff too. And we brought the TV outside. We kind of have, so it's kind of like a bi-level house. So like you have to go up onto a deck to get to the main floor, because the ground kind of goes up like this. And so the garage is actually lower than the house. And so the roof of the garage is completely flat, and it's almost like a deck, essentially. And so we ended up bringing the TV out and putting that out there on top of the garage, essentially. And then we have patio furniture and stuff in the lawn, so we put the basketball game on, and then we were just playing music and dancing all night and playing, I forget which games they were, but one was called like Flip Cup, and then some people were playing beer pong, and then we had like the giant Jenga. We had horseshoes. They even built a post with like a big piece of wood on it, and we did axe throwing. It's a really big yard, but on one end of the yard it's like about 6 or 7 steps down, and then there's just this basically just like a little flat area. I don't know what they put down there. Maybe there was a garden down there at one point, but it's like a long, like a throughway. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's lower than the rest of the yard, so we did axe throwing down there. And then there's this other game where you put nails like in a stump, essentially, and then you have a hammer, and so you have the nails that they're just a little bit, so the nails sticking out, And so you have the hammer, and you have to flip the hammer around and catch the handle again, and then everyone has a nail. So your goal is to be the last nail up. So you have to flip and swing and hammer someone's nail, and when it goes all the way in, you're out. And I won. I was so surprised that I won. No one even hit mine. Like, people would try to hit it, but you have to have good coordination, so they try to hit it and they'd miss. And people just weren't coming after me, so I ended up winning, and my nail had not even been touched. I was like, oh wow, there was like, I think 8 or 9 of us playing. So that was really fun. And then, yeah, I went to bed probably around like 11-ish, 11:30, because the next day I was going to go help my uncle, or I went to go help my uncle install a sliding shower door, glass shower door. I had helped him remodel his basement and his bathroom last summer, and the last thing that he needed to do was have that shower door installed. And I told him at the time, I've never done it before, I'm not super comfortable, like, they're big panes of glass. So I was like, I don't want to mess anything up and end up shattering your super expensive glass door. So I was like, okay, no problem, I'll find somebody to do it, I'll get someone out here to do it. Well, he called me and was like, hey, remember that shower door? I still haven't gotten that installed. And I'm like, it's been like a year. Well, I guess we finished in like August or September of last year, so it hasn't been that long, but still like 7 months at least. It's like, you still haven't done it? And he's like, well, he's like, well, I took everything out and I read the instructions. And I was like, okay, I will do it, I will help you, but just know I have no expertise. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm just there to carry stuff and be an extra set of hands, but I am not responsible if things go horribly wrong. And he's like, okay. It was actually pretty simple when all was said and done. It was just very heavy. Those big panes of glass were just very heavy. Luckily, he bought those like suction glass like handle things, but still, carrying these big panes of glass from the garage downstairs, and you have to be so careful. It took it out of me. So imagine, I was having a pretty good time the night before, but I did stop myself, and I wasn't going nuts. I was nursing my beverages because I knew I had to be up at 6:30 in the morning to head over to his house. So yeah, that by the end of the night though, Apollo was disgusting because our yard is dirt. We have a couple, I'm calling them area rugs because it's AstroTurf, but it's not cut to the size of the backyard. It's essentially these pieces that Spencer's parents brought over when they relocated from New Mexico back to Kentucky. They drove through Colorado to see him, and they dropped off a bunch of stuff, some patio furniture, a whole bunch of stuff from their New Mexico house. And part of that was this big piece, like, I want to say like a 15 by 15 foot piece of AstroTurf that they had in their backyard. And so they dropped it off, and it's nowhere near big enough for our yard. So it essentially looks like an area rug that we put the weed fabric down and then put that over it. And so that's where we had the tables for the beer pong and the food tables and stuff. And we have a big covered porch too, like back porch. So we have that down, but everything else is dirt. And so, of course, Apollo and Ripley and Bowie and Missy, all 4 of them were back there just tearing around the dirt and up and down and everywhere. And there was one spot, because it had rained the night before, that Thursday or Friday. And so there was one spot that hadn't dried yet because of the shadows. And of course, that was their favorite spot because it's cooler over there. But it was muddy. And so his whole belly was just like black, where they were just gnawing on each other's necks. He's got that big fatty neck. His neck was just like a ring of black. And I was like, oh my gosh, this dog is so dirty. But luckily, by the end of the night, once they had kind of calmed down a little bit and were just laying down, it dried on him, and I could just kind of brush him, and it comes off. So he is a little bit of a self-cleaning puppy, which I kind of like. Everyone was commenting, they're like, did you go wash him? And I was like, no, it just kind of comes off. I was like, he eats a lot of like omega-3s and good like skin, hair and skin and coat stuff. I'm sure maybe it just kind of slides off because he's an oily boy. So I don't know, but yeah, it was okay. But I woke up, I brought him to bed and got him in bed, and I did my best to kind of get everything off of him. But I woke up in the morning and there was just little teeny dirt clods and dirt in the bed. I was like, ew, gross. So I had to like take the sheets off and wash those the next day. So anyway, so I went to my uncle's on Sunday morning, super early, but I'm happy to help him out. That's the one I did. I gave him Soul of the Rose from Distracted by Diamonds, the John William Waterhouse. That was my Summer with the Masters kit from last year. I gave that to him as like a little basement warming gift based on the colors that he was painting down there. And he had it, he put the mat or whatever they call it on there and framed it. So it's framed in his basement above his desk, and it looks gorgeous all framed up. I was so happy to see that. And I'm glad that he liked it enough to frame it. So we had coffee, and they had this like coffee cake, and I just kind of hung out with them, and after we installed the door, and just chatted for a little bit. And then Spencer called me, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just helping out my uncle. I was about to head back to the house. And he was like, oh, do you want to grab breakfast? Me and Katie, his girlfriend, we're thinking of going to the French Press, which is this brunch spot that we go to that just so happens to be like within walking distance to my uncle's house. And so I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's go. I can actually walk there. He's like, okay, well, we still need to, we're hurting pretty bad. We still need to get our stuff together, so we'll meet you there. And so I went over to Michael's and walked around, and then met them for breakfast. But I was on a time crunch because that was also the same day as my first live stream with Hannah and Sophie for the cross-stitch conversion, like Q&A live streams that we're doing. So that was the first one. And so, so I was like, I have about an hour, maybe a little bit more, to order, eat my food, get back to the house, get the computer set up, all that good stuff. So the line took a long time. The food took a long time, unfortunately. I mean, it is a little bit of a slower paced restaurant. It was busy and it's slower paced. So I kind of knew that I probably wasn't going to be able to like sit and enjoy my meal and take my time. So by the time my food got out, I was like, can I get a box? And she was like, the waitress was like, okay. So it's pay at the counter, so I had already paid. But I had like 2 bites of my Eggs Benedict, drank my cappuccino, and just left Spencer and Katie there. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I have this live going on in like 30 minutes. I need to get back to the house. So I raced back to the house, let Apollo out, and Bowie and the dogs were all there still. Ripley wasn't there, but Bowie and Missy were there. And so they were out back playing, and I did the live stream, which was a lot of fun. I think we had a good time. I definitely in my head thought it was going to be a lot more, I don't know, it went pretty much exactly how I thought it would go, but I thought people were going to have like questions, just like hammering us. So I had like my screen open with all the different tabs for like Pixel Stitch, and I was like ready for people to send me their images so I could help them convert them, and like I had it all ready to go. But mainly people just wanted to kind of chat and talk about their whips or their projects that they're planning on doing for the event. A couple people had questions about Francesca's studio work, so we walked through that site again. What else did we do? We took a look at Heaven and Earth designs. We took a look at some of the ready-made cross-stitch conversion kits from Jaded Gem Shop, those mini kits, all sorts of stuff. We just kind of bounced around a little bit, and then we just kind of had fun and just kind of chit-chat. So that was nice. I plan on doing it again this coming Sunday at the time of filming this. I don't want to make that a guarantee because there may be some camping plans being put together. So I'm just saying tentatively, but I'd like to do one this Sunday if I have time. So we've got that going on, or we had that going on, and once that was done, I went and started helping everyone clean up from the party. We had already done one sweep. I want to say around like 9-ish. Yeah, around 9 o'clock after everyone had eaten and we finished grilling. We did a sweep with a couple garbage bags and cleaned up. But oh my gosh, I guess between 9 and whenever everybody else left, it was a little bit of a mess back there. So we went through again and just did a clean sweep and gathered everything up. And then once that was done, I went back in the house and was like, I'm going to take a little nap. I got up so early. I've been carrying glass all morning, and then I did the live. So I took a little bit of a nap, and when I woke up, I was like, all right, let's do the dishes. There was a ton of dishes to do just from everyone cooking. And that's when Katie had, she's been doing a thing for her Patreon members. It's just kind of like a co-working, like let's just kind of hang out and chat on I think it's been on Sundays. I don't know, but this one happened to be on a Sunday. And so I was doing dishes and just trying to tidy up the house while I was listening to her, doing some laundry and that kind of thing. So that was really nice to have the company while I was doing that. And then Sunday night, I think we just ended up watching TV or watched a movie or something, just tried to do something low key, just because it was quite the weekend. So anyway, we just got here to the dog park. It is packed. Orama. Actually, it's not too bad. Okay. So we're just going to park really quick, and then I'm going to get all suited up with the camera and everything, and then we'll keep chit-chatting. So give me just a minute. Do you know where we are, buddy? Do you know where we are? Apollo. Oh, hi. Are you ready? Can you give me a high five? Apollo. He like half did it. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okie dokie. Make sure camera's on. Make sure we've got that working. Okay, great. Come on, buddy. Okay, so yeah, we are here. Let's hit the road. Or hit the trail, I guess. Let me set my watch. Sorry. Getting in your way here. Let's do outdoor walk. Perfect. Okay, great. We may have a little bit of weather you can see off in the distance there. A little bit of weather coming up through the you on potty? Do you have to pee? Coming up over the foothills, but I don't think it'll get to us by the time we do this walk. But yeah, the one thing I did want to, one regret from having letting go of that last vlog, the one that I deleted. Come on, Apollo. Hey, Apollo. Don't start by being bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you guys. I think there's like prairie dogs on the other side of this road over there. And so one of my fears is that he's gonna get the bright idea that he needs to run across the road to go get them. So I try to get past this little area away from the road as quickly as possible. Apollo. But he also has not been out here in a while, so bunches of new smell, like he has to reinvestigate everything again. He's literally just sniffing everything. Hey, let's go. Apollo. I'm gonna go escort him forward. Buddy. Hey, let's go. Come on. Get it together, man. Anyway, that vlog that I deleted, the second half of it was us over at the open space in Boulder. Come on, let's go. And we turned a corner at one point and there was this big elk like right in front of us, way closer than the ones that that we saw on the hike that we went on. It was like just up the path, like really close. So it like turned and looked at us because I was talking to the camera, to you guys. Hey, come on, let's get out of this area. You can sniff when we're away from the road. Apollo, hey, let's go. Come on. He's gonna be a spaz because he's got a lot of pent up energy right now. Let's go. So yeah, it kind of freaked me out. And so luckily Apollo stopped. He didn't try to chase it. I clipped him up and we just like kind of slowly backed away and turned around. I was like, well, that's the stopping point for this hike. Time to head back. Because I was like, well, we can't get past that elk and I don't really want to sit and wait for it to leave, of its own accord. So anyway, I was just thinking about that, like, oh, that was cool, but I ended up not saving that video. But anyway, so the live went really, really good. And then I just kind of helped clean up. And that was last weekend. Or not last weekend, but the weekend prior. And then that whole work week was just super, super busy. This was supposed to be, according to what I was told from my boss, was like, this is the quote unquote slow time of the year. Basically May through July, it just is supposed to quote unquote quiet down. I have just as much open positions and recruitments going than I did during the peak season. I don't think there is such a thing as a quiet time, which is okay, but it's just, it's just a lot. It's a lot of work. And then I got assigned to do some of the more high level and like technical recruiting, which is kind of in my wheelhouse anyway. So it's like, not only is it a lot of recruitments in general, it's a lot of really hard to fill things. So it's just, it's a big workload for sure. So I was kind of thinking that we had crested that hill, but I think it's going to just be consistently a pretty intense role, it's fine. I'm finding my groove and I'm not overwhelmed by any means. It's just, there's no quiet times. Apollo? Okay, I'll stop calling for him. We're making our way away from the road now, so he can do what he's got to do. But look at how green it is compared to when we were coming here during the winter time. There's just little plants and stuff everywhere. Yeah, and it's just like a lot of native grasses and stuff. Apollo. He's all right. Sorry. I'm a helicopter dad. I say that I'm like, I don't care. He can do what he wants. That's not true. I may like to keep eyes on him. Guess he's gonna live out here now. Anyway, so yeah, work week was a little intense, but made it through. Trying to think of anything exciting that happened through the week. Look at him. Look at how far away he is. Come on. Let's go. Come here, little baby. There's a lot of, he's eating something. It's probably poop or something dead. But yeah, manageable, but a lot. I just didn't have any time to really film anything. Luckily, I had done a whole bunch of unboxings the week prior to that. I think I did like 5 or 6 Distracted by Diamonds unboxings. And so I had those in the bank to go up. And yeah, I just didn't have a lot other than that. Like no real time to sneak in any little extra like hikes to do a whip and jam or anything like that. We just, okay, all right, all right, sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop. That's my baby. I need to keep my eyes on him. Let's go. Come on. Come on. He's also probably mad at me because we haven't been doing this every single day. So if he comes near me, there's a potential he'll get on his leash. So he's going to probably play keep away with me too. But that's what happens when you have a kid. I'm also just keeping an eye out for like the other dogs around, because if I do get too far away and then some other family or couple or person gets look closer to him with their dog, then he'll probably want to run towards them. So anyway, yeah, didn't really get a chance to film anything. I did get some diamond painting done throughout the week, just like either, like after work, but pretty minimal. Like I said, I was a little just kind of low energy. I was just kind of working and sleeping. Hi. So that was last week during the week. And then this past weekend, we did our Friday, go to Himador's, go to the Mexican restaurant. So we went there and hung out for a little bit. Like I said, it's kind of our Friday spot. And then me and Scott, we decided that we wanted to go, or I wanted to go to karaoke. And he was like, okay. Oh, Thursday I did do something. Scott is now doing hockey again. He won in the championship for this last round, so I thought there was only like one season of hockey a year, but I guess these like local leagues and stuff, they just go and go and go, like, and never seems to end. So he's like, no, we had 1 week off and now we're back at it. I was like, okay. So, but it was actually good because Thursday, I did get some diamond painting related stuff done. Thursday has been my go to Scott's hockey game and respond to comments on videos. And so I was like, okay, well, that's actually good, because now I can my Thursday nights will be my go watch you play hockey and do my YouTube comment stuff. So, oh, we've got some dogs. Come here. Come here, baby. Easy. Stay. Good boy. Okay. Yeah, so Thursdays can be my YouTube comment day, and so I actually brought my iPad with me. I could have brought my whole laptop, but I brought my iPad, and I just sat there and responded to comments. And I actually started working on a document for my entire stash. Hold on just a second. Let's go. Come on. Hi. Let's go. Oh, there's another dog like way out there. I was like, why are they yelling at their dogs that are right next to them? There's a third one I didn't see. Anyway, okay, you can get back off now. I'll keep you off going forward. We'll try letting you run free. Okay. So yeah, I started this Google Doc a while back where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start keeping track of my stash. I have Google Keep that has my entire stash, but that has the images and like notes on the kit. Like, it's kind of basically like an online online journal, like a completed kit journal, essentially. It's like the online version of that, but I wanted a spreadsheet so I had like quick access to pricing and where it's from, and I could sort stuff. Like the Google Keep, I can't sort by like size and shop. I guess I could if I use the hashtags, but a spreadsheet's just a little bit easier for quick access. For me, the Google Keep is like, ooh, which one do I want to do next? And I can see all the images. So I started working on that a little while ago, and then kind of never really did anything with it. And then I didn't update it, so it wasn't like clean data. Let's go, buddy. So I finally sat down at Scott's hockey game after I responded to comments, and I filled it all in. And I went through and I added as much pricing as I could find, as much as I could. Just sitting at the ice rink, you know. So did that, and then let's see. Hold on. I've got a couple dogs. Do I want to leave them off? I'm just scared, you guys. Apollo, stay. Easy. Easy. Okay. I just don't want you going nuts. Or I guess I don't want a dog going nuts on him. Hold on. Cyclists. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So yeah, I got a chance to get that all updated as much as possible while I was sitting there. So it was like a really productive hockey game. Hang tight. I'll just get past these folks. Want to say hi? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Hi. Come on.
Hey, come here. Waffles.
Bye. That dog's name was Waffles. That's amazing. Come on. Come on. See, it's so hit and miss. Like sometimes you come across dogs that are like, just want to play and like, you know, super, super approachable and friendly. And then other dogs that seem like they would react poorly to Apollo, who likes to sniff and likes to like play and try to get other dogs to chase. So just, you never know. So just depends, also depends on my mood. Like if I'm in the mood to like corral that and stuff, then I'll risk it, you know, because I can jump in if I need to. But if I'm just trying to like keep moving, I'll just put him on his leash because I'm like, I just don't want to have to spend the 5 minutes while they're checking each other out and sniffing and stuff. So, but anyway, so let's see. There we go. So yeah, did that at the hockey game. There's something else I forgot to tell you that happened that past week too, so that reminds me. So yeah, I got my Google Doc all updated, and then I sat and went through all of my kits, and since I wasn't at home, I wasn't able to see the kits in person and be like, oh, I don't want to give that up. I went through and identified which kits I'd like to de-stash. So I did that at the hockey game. That way I just was making I gave myself just a few seconds to make a decision, not trying to, you know, have that battle in my head. And if it wasn't a clear, like, absolutely not, I love this, I'm going to keep it, then, yeah, if I had any hesitation, then it was just I just decided to mark it as D-stash. So I ended up, I selected like 30 kits, something along those lines. And then this past weekend, as in like just a few days ago, I recorded my stash video, my updated stash video. I'm going to try to do them twice a year. And so I also identified on that video which ones I had selected for D-stash. So that was kind of cool to finally have that down. Now it's a matter of actually doing the D-stash and getting all the stuff I need to ship them and figure out how to ship them in an affordable way. I most likely would ask whoever purchases it to cover the shipping to wherever they live, because it's so dang expensive. Apollo, hi buddy. He's following his nose and his nose only right now. You can see him kind of like, he kind of sways like he's drunk or something, but it's just his nose pulling him. Hi, 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 Bubba. Hi. Let's let these folks get in front of us a little bit. I don't know if those are friendly dogs or not friendly dogs. We'll see. Let's put you on your leash. Let's be safe. Let me hook you up. Stay. 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 Okay. So yeah, I was able to do all of that at the hockey game that Thursday, and now that Google Doc, if I can remember to put it in this video, I will too, but my intention is to have that be accessible by everyone so you can see what my entire stash looks like. You can see what I'm planning on destashing. You can see what all my whips are. I have it color coded, so I think green is a whip and pink is a destash. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. And then I think what I'll do for the D-Stash event is what I think I'm going to call it. I was trying to come up with names. I was like, maybe I'll call it the Great American D-Stash or something. But I'm going to try to come up with something goofy to call it. But it'll most likely be sometime in June once I get all the boxes and all the packaging stuff and figure out shipment. Because, oh yeah, because shipping is so expensive right now. There's got to be a cheaper way. I had somebody won a prize over on my Instagram because I hit 1,000 followers, and I'm not complaining. I'm happy to do a giveaway, but I was shocked. I sent them 2 kits. I sent them Crimson Oracle. I had a second one from the Craftably mystery box, and then I sent them Furry Familiar. And so I just put them in one of my Diamond, I think it was a Diamond Art Club box, and took it over to UPS. So I didn't pre-print any labels. I just took it to UPS, and it was $80. $80 to ship those 2 kits. I was like, holy crap. Oh my goodness. It's like I was not expecting it to be that expensive. I was really shocked. But I was like, well, I'm here and I already, what am I supposed to do? So I need to find a cheaper way because I can't imagine trying to ask somebody to pay, 40, 80, 100 bucks to ship D-Stash kits. That seems a little insane. So if you have any suggestions, I'm going to look up Pirate Ship when I get home today, I think, and see if that is cheaper. I do have a scale, but it's like a kitchen scale, so I don't know if it can hold enough weight to weigh a diamond painting. I don't know, so we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that was my Thursday, just kind of brainstorming all of that. And so yeah, I think the D-Stash, owie, got something in my shoe. The D-Stash will be in June. I'm either gonna do it as I don't know. I know some people don't do a video for their D-Stash, or they do, and then you just comment once the video goes up of like which ones you want, and it's just kind of first come, first serve as on the comments. But I'm thinking I might do a live at some point in June and just try to D-Stash them live. I wouldn't do it auction style. It would just be, here's the price. First person to claim dibs in the chat, I will try to approximate shipping for them. Or here's what else I could do. I was thinking of doing, because I don't want people to have to share their addresses on a live, like, give me your address and I'll figure out how much shipping is. What I might do is just give approximate pricing based on their location. So I'll do I'll probably just pick like the 3 major cities. So price to ship to LA, or yeah, Los Angeles is this. Price to ship to Chicago is this. Price to ship to New York is this. And maybe I'll do, or maybe instead of Chicago I could do like Orlando, like do a southern one. So kind of give a sample of pricing, and then maybe do one international, like maybe I could do it to the UK or something like that. Just to give people approximate pricing. I want to get as close as possible without asking people directly for their address on the live, just so they have a real understanding of shipping, because I don't want people to get super excited and be like, I'll take it. And then I'm like, yeah, so shipping's gonna be $900, so I want to try to be very transparent and get as close as I can to the price. But yeah, it's just expensive. There is something in my shoe. What is that? Sorry, Apollo. There's something poking me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go this way. Hold on, we're gonna let these folks get in front of us. Well, it's really pretty today, even with the clouds rolling in. Yeah, there's just, it's like every few hundred feet there's like another couple people, so it's like I have to find my placement in the path. So what else? Oh, okay, so we talked about Thursday's hockey game. Thursday was also Apollo's first day at doggy daycare. Yay! He went to this place called City Bark, which is like right by my work. It's 3 minutes from my office, and so I signed him up, gave them all of his vaccine info. They did like a little questionnaire about his likes and all of that stuff, kind of behavioral things online. So I got all that done, and then I called them just to confirm that they had everything the day before, and they're like, yep, you did everything you were supposed to do, so we'll see him here in the morning. So I was very nervous. I dropped him off a little bit earlier than, just leaving him and then going. Like, I figured they might need me there for a little bit. So I brought him in, and he was definitely nervous too. He was being really shy, like when the lady came to snag him to take him to the back. He just kind of like hid behind my legs a little bit and sat down. I was like, buddy, it's okay. And so she was able to like coax him out, and he got a little bit more comfortable. And she took him to the back, and they were back there for only like 5 minutes. But she came back and she's like, he's doing fine. He's like, they just put him back there with the other dogs to see if he was like immediately aggressive and stuff. So it's like, he's doing fine. We'll let you know if, we need you for anything. So I was like, okay, cool. So I left, went to work, and the whole time I was just like waiting for the call, like, he's crazy, come get him, but that never happened. And then they sent me a text message, and they're like, hey, we're doing a May the 4th be with you thing where we're dressing up the dogs and taking pictures and stuff. Is it okay if Apollo participates for $10? And I was like, of course. And so that's all they sent me. Hold on just a second. Come on. So yeah, that they sent me that, and then they sent me like in a status update, almost like a little report card, kind of like 2/3 of the way through the day. And it was like a picture of him, and then it was like, my mood was shy, friendly, energetic. Here's how I did today in group play, and it said that he did excellent. And then it was like, Apollo started off a little bit shy in the morning, but as he got more and more comfortable, he was playing. But he also spent some time by himself too, just sitting down. So, you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? How cute. Hi. Say hi. Come on. Let's go. All right, let's go. That's quite the confusion of dogs. Okay. So yeah, he did really, really well. When I went to go pick him up, they're like, "We love him. Please bring him back." I was like, "Okay." So he's going back again this coming Thursday. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, he's going back this Thursday. I think I'm gonna just start doing it once a week on Thursdays with him. And then my other office day is Monday. So he'll either just hang out in the crate, or my roommate Jeff might be able to take him to work. He took him to work this week. So yeah, trying to get him a little bit more socialized. And I mean, I say that and I have him on leash at an off-leash dog park, but at least the people at the doggy daycare, know that the dogs that they have there are, not aggressive, do well in group settings. So just a little bit more of a controlled environment. They have a pool there, and that was another day, he came out of there just filthy. And they don't have just dirt there. I think they have sand. So he looked sandy, he had a beige tone to him, and you could tell where he had been gnawed on, and where he splashed in the water a little bit. And so, yeah, it was just kind of funny he was just a mess. I was like, what did they do to you? But he had a good time, or at least he must have, because he was down for the count Thursday night. He was just completely exhausted. He plopped down in the car and immediately went to bed. Fell asleep in the car. We got to the house, he drank a whole bunch of water, laid on the couch and fell asleep pretty much for the whole night. Until I told him, come on, let's go to bed. So I kind of liked that. I like that he has a day like that where he can really get some energy out, because, these walks and stuff give us both some exercise, but he could do this all day, all night, So if there's some dogs that can keep up with him, then that's good. Let's see, there's a lot of people here today, or more than usual. Let's see. Hang tight. Come on. Come on, buddy. It's okay. Say hi. No, you're fine. Say hi. Okay, let's go. So yeah, I think once a week, really tucker him out. And then between that and our walks and hikes and stuff, I think it'll be good for him. And I think he'll be able to develop some good social skills that way. So yeah. And they have a camera set up. They have a camera set up there too. I just didn't do it. I forgot. But you can download their app and then scan this little barcode when you drop your dog off. Come on. And it grants you access to their webcams, so you can watch all the dogs playing and stuff during the day. So I'll definitely do that this time. So yeah, that was last 2 weekends ago, this whole past week, and then this past weekend, like I said, we went out to our little Friday night spot, but that was Cinco de Mayo, so it was packed. It was like, I've never been in that restaurant and there's been a wait, but there was a wait. They had a bunch of drink specials and stuff, but I think we ended up just doing kind of some appetizers, not like full meals. And then, like I said, I went to karaoke with Scott. Come on. And then we just came home and just chatted. We watched watching YouTube and just chit-chatting. Come on, buddy, let's go. So we did that, then went to bed. And then this past Saturday, what did we do? This past Saturday, I think it was just kind of a lazy day. We didn't really do much. I did just some around the house stuff, just some general cleanup. We went to the lake, and that was really about it. I made some dinner, and it was just, I think it was just Scott and Spencer and I. So Saturday was just kind of an easy breezy day. I decided on Friday after work, because we didn't go to that Mexican restaurant till a little bit later, and so it wasn't really for happy hour, it was just kind of Cinco de Mayo. I decided that I wanted to start on a new whip, so I snagged that. So we'll get to diamond painting stuff, we're almost there. So Sunday, we had organized the week prior to do a Sunday brunch, and usually we go up to the casinos or up to the Black Hawk to go to Sunday brunch, but it's not very good. I wouldn't call it good food. It's just a lot, and it's relatively inexpensive. I think it's like $23 a person. But there's this steakhouse by us called Sim's Steakhouse, and they do a Sunday brunch that's $45 a person, but seemed to be a lot nicer in like quality and stuff. I mean, it's a nice steakhouse. So we were like, let's do a fancy buffet, and give that a shot. So we went to Sim's Steakhouse. It was me, Scott, Jeff, Spencer. So that group. Oh, actually, no, Spencer didn't go because he was upset about the price. And at the time on their menu, it did not say anything about like unlimited mimosas or anything like that. So he was like, $45 and I don't even get free drinks. I'm not doing that. So he didn't go. And then just like a few of our other friends. I think there was a total of like 6 or 8 of us. And so we get there and lo and behold, it is free unlimited champagne or mimosas. So I was like, Spencer's gonna be so mad that he decided to be a cheapskate on this, because he would have, that definitely would have tipped him over into wanting to go. But it was good. It wasn't amazing. It was definitely better than the casino, that's for sure. But the options were far less. Like the casino, like I said, not great food, but they have like a little Italian bar and an Asian bar, plus the brunch food, plus the breakfast food, a full salad bar, like tons and tons of options of mediocre things. And this was like a step above, but really limited, I'd say. All things considered, they did have like a prime rib, and they had crab legs, but they were on ice, which I don't like a cold crab leg. I like a warm one. And then like certain things that just don't do well in buffet service, like proved to me that you can do an eggs Benedict in a steamer tray. It just doesn't work. The English muffin gets soggy. The eggs are overcooked. So it was fine. I think the best thing that they had there probably was the prime rib, which makes sense. They're a steakhouse. So I think that was the tastiest thing there. They had a really good horseradish and a really good au jus. But other than that, it was kind of like ho hum, you know, I wasn't impressed. So I think we made the decision, either we try going more upscale to see where that threshold is of being able to do a buffet and it all being very well done food. So there's another restaurant downtown called, I think it's like Ellington's or Ellison's or something. It's in the Brown Palace Hotel, which is like one of the oldest hotels in Denver. Fireworks or something. And so that brunch buffet is like, I think it's like $80 a head. So probably won't be able to convince everyone to do that. But I think it's me and Joe. We're the original brunch buffeters, the casino guys. So I think we're on this mission to like figure out what the tipping point is to getting a lot of really good food. So I think we're gonna go, not anytime soon. I was thinking maybe we'd go for like my birthday or something, and probably just me and him. So we're gonna try that, and if that is still hit and miss, then we just know that the casino $20 buffet is where we need to go, because I actually, even though like I said the food's not as good, I prefer it because I'm in it for the options. I want a little sesame chicken, and then I want to do a little lasagna, and then maybe I want an enchilada. You know, like that's kind of where my head's at. So I wasn't the biggest fan of only having like a few steam trays with some breakfast items and then the prime rib. I was like, oh, I was expecting like a spread. This is just kind of like hotel style. So anyway, like they didn't even really, like they had a salad bar, quote unquote, but they don't have a like it isn't a buffet set up. Like it's hard, like everything was just set up on dining room tables. Like it was a bowl of ice then with a bowl of salad in it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a buffet. So I think that's what kind of threw me off. But anyway, let's see. So maybe the extra fancy stuff is, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna go a step up and see what $80 gets us, and then I think we're gonna call it. Oh my goodness. Let's go this way, Apollo. We're gonna go the long way. This way. Okay, I'm gonna have to yank him. He's all fired up. Look at the Weimaraner. Come on.
Did you say hi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Very friendly.
Say hi. Good boy. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Pepper, let's go, buddy. Pepper, hey, let's go.
Come Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Good. Pepper, let's go. Hey.
Okay. Good. That other couple's going that way. Perfect. We're essentially, oh my goodness, Apollo, which side? Which side's it gonna be? Couldn't figure out which side he wanted to walk behind me on, so he just was like rubbing his nose against like the back of my knees, trying to decide. I'm like, ugh, what are you doing? So yeah, Sunday buffet. I will say that it was gorgeous. The restaurant is up on this really tall hill facing the foothills on one side, and then downtown on the other. Hold on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Are you doing good today, huh? There's someone. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, now you want to be on that side. Ay, ay, ay. yeah, the views were gorgeous. Hey, buddy, you need to pick a side. Pick a side. Should I let you off? Okay, let's go. Views were gorgeous. They sat us down in this kind of like sunken in seating area facing the city. And so it was just very picturesque, and you know, the atmosphere was really good. Apollo, let's go. But a little underwhelming, but I guess I shouldn't have expected an extra $25 to like launch us into the stratosphere of like epic brunch buffets. But we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. I know that there's like, you know, I don't think Denver's like a known hotspot for that stuff. I think maybe Vegas is where you need to go for like the really good ones. But I want to find something where we can, like, I want to go and have like a fancy Sunday, get a little dressed up, go get some warm crab legs, and just like have an experience. And I think we're getting there. Let's go. Apollo, come on. We're getting there slowly but surely. Maybe this next step up will finally hit that level. But anyway, so that was Sunday, and then got home. And that's when I filmed my stash video, which took 4 hours, not straight, but I would do like a few kits, go grab, some more out of the mud room / laundry room. I was vacuuming in there and cleaning at the same time. I was kind of trying to do some sprucing up. Then I'd grab another batch, bring them to the craft room, film that, and then rinse and repeat until I was all done. So by the time I was done, I had it all cleaned up. Did I do that? I can't remember if I did that. Yeah, did I do that? Now I'm confusing myself. I think I just lied to you. I think I did. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my days mixed up. Maybe I did that on Saturday. Anyway, regardless, one of those 2 days it happened. One of those 2 days it happened. It might have been Saturday, because then I remember on Sunday on Mia's live. Yes, okay. I have my timeline together. So Saturday, I was wondering why I was like missing a chunk of Saturday. I filmed that. Then we went and did the lake stuff. And yes, we had company over that night. We had, Spencer was there. We had a couple of people over, and we grilled on Saturday. Apollo, come here. Let's go. Apollo. Hold on, guys. He's full on running from me. Hold on. Sorry. It looked like he was gonna just run off into the sunset. He just was like, bye, I don't want to be near you anymore. I was like, what are you doing? But like I said, he's got a lot of pent up energy, because like he's been doing yard stuff, like running around the yard playing a lot. He went to the dog park. Like, he's not being neglected, but we certainly didn't do our 5 miles a day last week. So yeah, timeline. Saturday I did my D-stash, or my stash / identifying stuff for D-stash video. Then we had people for dinner over. Then Sunday was Mia's live, and then we went to brunch. That was the timeline. So we did all that, and then after I came back from brunch, we watched some sort of sports game. My roommate was home with his girlfriend, and then Scott came up, and they wanted to watch, I think it was basketball. I don't know. I was on my phone the whole time. And I was like kind of drifting in and out of sleep, just cuddling with Apollo on the floor. And then Scott brought Bowie up and they played. And then I went back into the craft room and diamond painted a little bit before bed, because my roommate and his girlfriend were watching Star Wars. I was like, not interested. So that was Sunday, and then it was back to work. So worked yesterday, and then here we are today. I was at home, I worked from home today, and yeah, that's kind of the whole shebang. Nothing too crazy happened. So yeah, that's life updates. Wow, I feel like there was a lot to get through. Like I feel like a lot happened because I missed a whole week of vlogs or doing a vlog. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me. As far as the rest of the week goes, just working. I'm gonna take Apollo back to the doggy daycare on Thursday. Hi, buddy. Hi. And then if we do go camping this weekend, then I will most likely be MIA, and I'll just ask Hannah and Sophie if they have the time to do the live themselves, or if they just want to skip it. I'm not sure, because I said I was going to do it every other week, or that was the goal. So if they want to do it, great. If not, then we just won't. It's fine. I mean, we have plenty of time to do more of these between now and October. I'm not too worried about it. Hi, buddy. You're looking very cute. Hi. 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 You're looking very cute. Oh, yeah. Oh, goober. Oh, goober. Hi. Oh. He's like, it's hot. It's actually not too bad. It's definitely warming up, but we've got a nice breeze coming through. And so if we don't go camping, if that ends up not happening this weekend, or we push it to the following, then I'll probably try to do a longer day hike on Saturday with Apollo. He just looked at me like, yes, you need something? A longer day hike with him, kind of maybe one of those 10, 11, 12 miles, something like that. And then Sunday, I can do the live, and if Hannah and Sophie can join, that'd be awesome. He's been he's always been a grass eater, but now that the grass is really coming up because it's springtime, he's just a little lawnmower. I looked it up because someone commented on one of my videos, oh, I think dogs eat grass, or I've heard that dogs eat grass because they're experiencing stomach issues. And so I looked it up, and yes, that can be one of the reasons, but he's done it, he's always done it, so I'm like, I don't know if he's had consistent stomach issues for, a year, and also based off of his poops, I don't think that's the issue. He seems pretty regular and not noticing any issues. I also read that it can be due to dogs being anxious. I think that might be part of it, because he's just got a lot of pent up energy, and and I think even being out here probably bores him, because there's not things to chase. Come here, come here, come here. Go, 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 go. So I don't know, maybe even out here he's all right, what are we doing, So he's getting his exercise, but and he's sniffing stuff, but I don't know, maybe he gets bored or anxious being out when he's just out and about. I'm not sure. But then there was also, that same article is also some dogs just like the taste of grass, and so a little grass here and there isn't going to hurt your dog. The main thing you have to worry about is if your dog's eating grass in the neighborhood where there's lawns and pesticides and weed killer and stuff. That's usually the issue when your dog's eating grass. So luckily, Apollo only does it when we're out hiking. So these are just natural, just the wild grasses native to Colorado and stuff. So these aren't treated with anything. And then even in our backyard, we don't use any sort of pesticides or anything like that. So if he's munching on the little grasses that are popping up around the house or near the garage or anything like that, then I don't think we have anything to worry about. The only thing that I am worried about is we started planting our garden veggies. We started doing that a couple weeks ago. Luckily, Apollo hasn't attacked them yet, but I'm worried that he's going to be like, that tomato plant smells really good. I'm just going to take a little munch out of it, you know? So that is one thing that I'm like, should we put some fencing up? I could only imagine coming out there one day and Spencer's like freaking out because Apollo ate the garden, you know? So I'm just like, I need to actually get in front of that and preemptively text Spencer and be like, hey, this is a concern of mine. I don't want to end up, you know, Apollo getting in trouble or you getting upset. He loves eating grass. He munches on sticks and stuff. I can only imagine one day coming out there and all your zucchinis and cucumbers and stuff are gone. So I don't know if you want me to pay for that or if you want to take preventative measures, but I'm just putting it out there that I have this worry. So anyway, it's really pretty out here today. I love that it's all green now. So yeah, that longer hike this weekend, and then on Sunday I can maybe do like a nice breakfast, join Mia's live, and then that'll give me some time to prep for mine, or ours, I should say. So we'll see. I'm not sure based on if we go camping or not, like I said. So anyway, that's life stuff. I feel like that was a lot, a lot more than normal. Usually the life stuff happens just in the car and then we talk diamond painting. But I had a lot to update you all on. I feel like I've been out of the loop, or I've kept you out of the loop. So diamond painting, let's get there. So like I said, I did my stash / earmarking things for D-stash video. That took forever, but it was really nice to get it all organized, get everything kind of resituated, figure out my priorities, you know, all that stuff. So we did that. And then as far as whips go, I will just start with breaking news. On Friday night, this past Friday, I finished McKeeling all the way up until I can, and we'll get to that whip. So actually, I guess we'll just talk about that. So McKeeling is that DIY moonshop kit that I've been mentioning. I did some videos on it where the colors were just really off. So I ordered some substitution drills from Jaded Gem Shop, and those are on their way. They're getting shipped directly from her supplier, so I don't have any tracking information on them, but they'll get here when they get here. It does show as shipped. I think Jade marked them as shipped, so they are coming to me, or should be on their way, but there was no tracking number associated with it, and I don't know if her supplier would have given her one. Maybe I'll ask. Maybe I should ask. But anyway, so until those get here, McKeeling is on hold, so it's about 40% done. So I finished with that, and I was like, I want a round drill kit in my life. I know I have Crimson Oracle, and I keep putting that kit off. It just, sometimes it makes me want to reach for it, and I'll do a few colors or like half a section, but I'm just not, I go back and forth. They have moods where I'm like, I do like this. This is a good kit. And then I have moods where I'm like, I'm not interested in this. I don't want to do this one. So it doesn't get a lot of love from me, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm talking about more whips. I'm just supposed to be talking about one at a time. So, so now that McKeeling was my round that I had going, and I didn't want to do Crimson Oracle, I was like, all right, let's pick a new one. Let's go crazy. I'm gonna pick out a new whip, and I want it to be a relatively small canvas. It needs to be round drills, and I kind of want it to be resin, just because I wanted to see some facets on my round drills. Like sometimes round drills, those acrylic round drills, just kind of have like a kind of melted Hershey's Kiss look to them. Like they're kind of just smooth and like buttons, or little like, what is that candy called that was on like the paper, the little sugar, those little tabs? That's kind of what they look like. So I was like, I want some really glittery, sparkly resin rounds. And so the only two companies that, Apollo, come here. The only two companies that I know that do that right now are Jaded Gem Shop and Diamond Art Club, at least that I have, or that I'm familiar with. So I think oh, she's turning around. Wow. Okay. That's actually kind of good. I was gonna just let Apollo interact with these two dogs. So I was like, well, we'll see what happens. But she was walking towards us and then she turned around. So I guess she's probably concerned. So those were my two options, and I took a look at what I have from Jaded Gem Shop in rounds, and I think the only thing that I have is Borealis, which is a kit I recently got in, and that's a pretty big kit. So I was like, I was hoping just to have something to tide me over until those substitution drills come in. So I was like, all right, well, I guess it's gonna be a Diamond Art Club kit. So I looked at all my Diamond Art Club kits. Of course, I don't have a lot of small anything anymore, but I identified Beautifully Broken from Aristocati. It's like a 56 by 56 round. So I ended up going with that one. Apollo, stay. Hey, stay. Apollo. Hey. Stay doesn't mean slow walk. Hold on, guys. Say hi. Hi.
Good boys. Good boys. Harv. Come on, Harvey. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Jamie. Let's go. Jameson, come.
So yeah, Beautifully Broken is what I ended up landing on. Come on, buddy. Okay. Sorry. One of the dogs flipped around and started getting his attention again. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, it is 20, I want to say 21 colors. I think that's right. 21 colors. It came with one AB. And if you've seen that image before, it's like a female figure basically from like her chest up. And it's like kind of done in almost a grayscale, but that it's almost kind of got this like, the best I can describe, it's almost kind of got this milky look to it. And then she has like cracks going through her body in what the original image looked like gold, but they did it in like gold, not metallic drills, but just like gold colored drills, like a deep yellow, kind of different shades of that. And then like some flowers and like a bird and stuff done in different shades of blue. So that's the one I picked because it's got a ton of color blocking. It's like majority color blocking across the entire kit of like an off-white and some grays. So I was like, this will work up quickly. I'll be able to ideally get it done either before those substitution drills come in for McKeeling, or, you know, maybe a few days overlap, but I should be able to crank through this. So, and I've been moving very quickly on that. I didn't do any sort of announcement that I've been working on it. Like I didn't do a kitting up or anything. I just kitted it up and went to town on Friday, and I am probably about 75% of the way done, maybe a little bit less than that, but I'm really cooking with that one. It's a lot of fun. I even diamond painted outside, I think. Was that Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday. We have a table outside, so I put the chair out there and brought my kid out there, and I was just diamond painting during the sunset and had Apollo out there. It was just really nice and relaxing. I had some music on. And so I've been cooking with that one. I decided to include a lot of special drills because I've got so many just random crystals and stuff that either come with small shop purchases or I've just acquired one way or another. I even had a couple of crystal drill kits that I could not confirm were licensed images, so I just threw the canvas away and just kept all the drills. So I had those to work with, and of course a lot of those companies from like Amazon, they won't even list DMCs. Apollo, stay. For the crystal drills, like it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. There you go. Good boy. I might pause you for this one just so we can get past all of these dogs and then we'll come back. Hold on. Okie dokie. I think we might encounter a couple more, but I can see the rest of our path to the car and it's looking pretty clear. So he's doing all right. I'd rather not fuss with trying to corral him and stuff because he's just in this high energy mood. So, but we are just under 3 miles, so not too shabby. But yeah, beautifully broken. So I just had a lot of extra crystals and, you know, just buying sparklers from DP with sparklers for other kits and then just the leftovers when I kit down. Just like lots of odds and ends drills that I just have sitting around. So I was like, you know what? Other than the background colors, and maybe one of the like larger amounts of one of the blue shades, I'm gonna do this all the other colors, all the blues, all the golds, and I'm gonna do them all in special drills. So I have like 15 out of the 21 colors I replaced with specialty drills, like sparklers, random crystal drills that I, you know, just have amassed, a bunch of diamond dots metallics. So I really went to town on that kit. So you can head over to Instagram to look for status updates on that. And so I think I have about 4.5 sections and it'll be done. So I may be able to get it done tonight just because I'm in another large area of color blocking. I'm at the top of her head and then the background that's at the top. Tonight or tomorrow it should be done. So Tuesday and Wednesday at the time of filming this. So you may see a finish and reveal at some point this week or next week, just depending on when I schedule that to go up. But yeah, it moved really quickly and I'm hoping that I get my substitution drills from Jaded Gem Shop in so I can keep going with McHealing. But if those don't get here in the next couple of days, then I'll probably just be patient and just keep going on Crimson Oracle or something as my round, or I can just focus on my square drills, one of my square drill kits, until it's done. You know what I might do tonight instead of pushing Beautifully Broken is I might grab my cross stitch conversion from Francesca Studio Works, the Darth Vader kit, and just work on that for tonight, and then that'll kind of give me another day. Because I'm in no rush, but I just get in that mode. Once you start nearing the finish line on a kit, you're just like, I want to see it done, but I'm going to do that and then be like, I want a round in my life again. So yeah, I should probably just mix it up a little bit, do a day or two of a square project, and then we'll see where we're at. So Beautifully Broken, new whip. Hopefully, yeah, this will go up before I have a finish, because I was like, what if I don't get a chance to film a vlog or anything, and I'm just like, hey everyone, I'm here to do a finish and review/reveal of a kit that I never told you I had even started. So now it's on the books, it's on record that I started Beautifully Broken. So it's gorgeous, I really like it. I may have gone overboard with the special drills. I picked these diamond dots. I ended up just calling them Galaxy diamond dots, but they're like just like a clear crystal drill from them, but they've got like a rainbow kind of effect inside of it. It's got some facets to it, so I didn't know what to call it. I just called them diamond dots, Galaxy drills. And so I charted those to replace a dark gray. I was like, it'll be fine You know, it's still a grayscale kind of, it'll be fine. And it turns out that those are used as like the shadowing under her chin, like on her neck, those dark gray. And so I started placing these crystal drills on her neck, and I'm like, oh, this is now making it look less like shadow and more like she's wearing some sort of like collar or like something there. But I was like, here's what I'm telling myself in my head, because I added all this metallic and stuff to her. I was like, you know what, she's an android, and so she's actually a robot, and this is just part of her like inner, like her neck is like got like, you know, gears and stuff. I don't know. I was trying to justify like why I made that change. I ended up having to checkerboard because they were actually, I don't know if they were the Galaxy drills from Diamond Dots, or I used another one called First Snow from Enabler's Outpost. It was one of those two, or was it First Snow? There was a couple of them from Enabler's Outpost that I got in their winter gift set. So either way, one of them was just too big. They're too big, or they're slightly bigger than normal round drills. So they started bunching when I tried to place them all together. So I ended up checkerboarding it with the gray from the actual kit that was charted. So it actually made it look a little bit more shadowy, but it still creates a pattern as if it's an article of clothing or something on her neck. So from a distance, it looks totally fine, but as I was doing it, I was like, ooh, I probably should have picked a darker color. But I was like, you know what, it still looks fine, and this is really just kind of a bide my time kit until I get my materials for my other project. And you know, it's not something I'm trying to like sell, or you know what I mean, like it'll be fine. So I think it'll turn out just fine. Hold on just a second. Do you want to go that way? Do you want to go that way? I don't mind going long today. Let's go this way. Let's go. I can let you off again, I think. Yeah, I don't have any plans tonight other than to just snag some food on the way home. So, and like I said, I've been neglecting him going on super long walks and stuff. So, come on, let's go. So this is actually really good. Can I let you off? Good boy, let's go. It's a pretty sunset. So yeah, beautifully broken. Coming to a finished video near you. So we've got that. McKeeling, we already touched on it. It's on pause right now. Apollo, this way. On pause while those substitution drills get here. Then we have the cross-stitch conversion from Francesca Studio Works are the drills. The canvas is Heaven and Earth Designs, and then the pattern is from Creatively Stitching, and that is about 25% done. And I'm really liking that one. It's actually more fun to work on than maybe I thought from like a fun standpoint, just because it's a lot of black and gray and beige and red, and that's pretty much it. But I'm getting to these parts that are more confetti heavy, and so I kind of like the hunting and pecking that comes along with doing cross-stitch conversions with confetti, like the counting. I kind of like that. It just triggers something different in my brain. Okay, we're getting pinched, so let's come back this way. Come on, let's go. So we'll just double back. That'll put us at about 4 miles. So, yeah, I'm liking it. The one thing that I will say about that, I will do a full review of that kit as a whole, like individual, just touching on all the parts and pieces, like here's what I think of the pattern, here's what I think of the drills, here's what I think about the canvas. So I'll get there once I have a finish on that one, but I will say that pattern, that cross-stitch pattern, needs a little work from a charting standpoint. Not necessarily the image itself needs to be cleaned up, like, like adjusting the details and stuff. That all seems okay, but there are so many colors. I think there's like 96 colors in that kit. So many colors of just a tiny handful of drills, like 13 of this, 8 of this, 33 of this, 15 of this, and there's a ton. I'd say there's probably about 20 colors, maybe more, that I like. The one time I need it is like one drill in like a 900 drill section, and I go to pull out the container and it's got like just a little handful, and it's like these 4 blues could have been made into one, and it wouldn't have taken away from the image, and it would have been easier to kit up because I'm not using as many containers. Like, it does get a little bit frustrating where I'm like, I get done with the section, I'm like, seriously, just one of this slightly lighter shade of mauve? Like, this isn't gonna bring any more detail or dimension to this kit. It's just, I don't know. I think that pattern could do with being run through whatever software they use, Apollo, and they could remove some of those colors that their software is picking, so it starts to condense them. It's just a little silly. So I don't know who owns Creatively Stitching or who owns that shop or what their licensing agreement is with Mandy Manzano, but I think it would end up making customers happier because they're not having so many different random colors and stuff. And like, if you accidentally misplace one or two of those minimal colors, then there's a higher likelihood that you're going to run out. Apollo, come here. Hey, Apollo. Oh my goodness. Hey, easy. Stay. Come here. Hi. Apollo. Good boy. Here you go. We can wait for them. Good boy. Sorry, didn't mean to yell at you. Yell into your ear if I did.
Not sure which way you're going.
I'm going this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just ran into a rattlesnake.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I'm hustling
Okay,
back
yeah.
this way.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Greta. Come on. Come on, honey.
There's a rattlesnake back there. They must have missed it. That's good. Let's give them a little breathing room and then we'll go. Okay. Well, it's that time of year. We have to watch out for you. So yeah, that pattern, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, but there is definitely room for opportunity. I think having 20 fewer colors in that kit would not change a thing about how it looks, because it's just so many colors that are, so minimal. I think that would really be helpful as a diamond painter, just to have fewer colors to work with. It'll just go faster. And I don't say that about everything. There's certain kits that I want more colors, I want more detail, but that image in particular, it would survive. It would look just as good having that cut back a little bit. That's not a blanket statement. There's certain kits like Josephine walls and stuff where it's like, give them to me, or like Old Masters, like the more the merrier. But that particular kit just doesn't need that many colors. And I think it'd be helpful for the companies that have to fulfill these orders. Let's just give some breathing room to everyone. Okay. The companies that have to fulfill these orders, that saves them so much time from having to go and like hand pack just a teensy amount of drills, and it would just make everyone's lives easier if those were cleaned up. And I'm curious to know if the other Mandy Manzano panels from Creatively Stitching are just as have that similar rendering style. someone needs to take a look at that, is all I'm saying. But anyway, so that's that. It's moving right along. I'll work on it when I get home tonight. The one thing, and I've mentioned it, I think already, maybe once before, I think so, is I definitely mentioned it on the cross-stitch conversion live, is that, sorry, now I'm losing my train of thought because we're getting to the end here. What was I, oh my gosh, I'm completely losing, I'm just like, there's so many dogs around, I'm just like, I'm losing it. You know what, rather than me trying to hold a conversation while stressing about all the dogs, let's just finish this in the car. I want to make sure I was at least going to talk about the right thing. Okay, yes. Remind me, just kidding. Future Anthony, when you get in the car, we're talking about the gapping on the cross-stitch conversion. Okay, bye. Okie dokie. Got myself unharnessed. Gave Apollo a little bit of water. I didn't realize that we were low on water in the car, so when we get to this restaurant, I'm gonna get him some, bring back out to him. But because we had to flip around there towards the end a little bit, we ended up only doing 3.6 miles is what we ended with, so not too bad. I was shooting for 4, but that's okay. So yeah, I was talking about that Mandy Manzano panel, and the one thing that is a little bit of a, not a struggle, I was completely expecting it for this particular kit, but there is some gapping. And it's more apparent than it might normally be with my poor placing, because it's all black with with the white background of the canvas. Are you okay, sir? I wish I had more water for you. You okay? He is breathing heavy. So, yeah, a little bit more noticeable than I would have. Seriously, are you okay? I feel like as I start talking, he gets louder. Are you okay? Huh? Are you okay? I wonder if I can take him. It looks like there's another off-leash dog area over here. Oh, nope, that was a leash they had on that dog. Huh. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm worried that he's overheating. I think he's just being dramatic. It's not that hot. And the AC did not, it went right back to being AC. I think he's just panting. He might be hot, but he's got plenty of air. I tell you, I get worried about this animal. Can I have your hand? Thank you. So the gapping, I'll try not to let his panting distract me. I hope it's not distracting to you, but it's loud. So the gapping is a little bit more noticeable because of my poor placing and the fact that it's a white canvas and most of the colors are black, dark grays, deep browns, so it just comes through a lot more. So yeah, that's just one thing I noticed, but it's mainly because from what I think, and I think I'm right, is the grid on those Heaven and Earth Designs canvases, I think, is exactly 10 to an inch, which is usually what diamond paintings are, is 10 squares to each inch on the canvas. So when you do a cross-stitch pattern conversion, you're always looking for the 10 count, because that will be the right sizing for diamonds. But I think, sorry, I feel like I'm getting really distracted by diamonds right now. I'm trying to merge. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to go into cross traffic. I've got a dog that sounds like he's about to have a meltdown. And I'm trying to like put my words together. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. So anyway, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'll try to make the last bit of this quick because apparently I can't focus enough to talk to you. And it's frustrating me, and so I'm just like, ugh. But the gapping on that kit, I think it's because the grid, the 10 by 10 grid is typical, but when you have really high quality resin drills, that are exactly, I think it's 2.5 millimeters for squares, with no nubs, no outsized pieces. They're all good. That is actually less. 10 of those is less than an inch. So when you put them all together or up and down, you end up with a little bit of gapping because that Heaven and Earth Design canvas is trying to account for drills that are a little bit bigger or have some bits and bobs. So when you have these really awesome drills like Francesca's drills on a canvas that's meant for, some not so hot drills, or at least it has the forgiveness in it, you end up with a little bit of gapping. So it's to be expected. I'd be curious to see how her drills look on a canvas that is a little bit tighter than that 10 by 10. So I might do some poking around, and I may end up ordering a canvas from another shop and then trying her drills out on that just to compare and contrast. So we'll see. But yeah, so I've got that going on. And what I think I'm going to do to resolve that is I have purchased some mica powder from Michael's. So I got some mica powder. It was a little pricey, or a little bit pricier than I thought mica powder would be. So I thought it would be a lot cheaper, and maybe it is on Amazon, and Michael's prices are just a little outrageous. But it's a pack of, I think, 12 little pots of mica powder, like little pots of mica powder. And it was like 15 or 16 bucks for those. So I only got one set. I got the Cool Tones set. It has some like grays and black and blue and those kind of colors in it. And so I got that because Darth Vader, But they also had a set that was, what's going on behind us? Oh, he wanted to beat the light, so he put his siren and his flashers on. They also have a set that's like beiges and tans and like more of like the warm tones. So I don't need that right now, but I could see myself getting that in the future for a project. But right now I just got the dark tones. So I'm curious to see how the mica trick works. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop showed everyone how to use mica powder to cover up gapping in your kits. And so the mica powder just gets in all the cracks and covers up the grid lines and stuff, and it sticks to the canvas, and it has some sparkle to it, so it almost looks like drills, So it kind of blends everything together and really covers up gapping, at least in the video that she shared. So I'm curious to see how it'll work with my, with this kit. She was using a toothbrush to get in there and kind of brush it. I ended up getting an actual like painter's brush, and so we'll see. Maybe I'll have to go get a toothbrush, but I was already at Michael's, so I just got a brush. So we'll see. So there is the cross-stitch conversion canvas. Other than that, I have Senorita. I got a few more colors done on. I was just kind of casually picking at it here and there, but not too much progress in the past week, I'd say. Just kind of here and there, just like a color or two just to pull it down. I don't even think I've done like a whole section's worth. But I'd like to. I think right now in my list of like hierarchy of kits, right now it's as far as my square drill kits, I'll say that is the cross stitch conversion, because I just want to see that come together. Then Senorita, and then Star Maker. So Senorita's still there. Probably won't get done. I'm sometime by the end of the year. I'd like to have that finished. And then Star Maker, even though it's my least important or least priority square, I got a section done on that. I don't know if it's been since the last vlog or that I did that, so maybe I've already mentioned that, but I did another section of Star Maker. I just decided to go for it. I was listening to an audiobook and I was like, I haven't even sneezed near that thing in months. I need to do something with it. So I did a full section. And yeah, so I don't remember how long it's been or if I've already mentioned that. I can't go this long without doing a vlog, everyone. I just completely forget what I've said over the past year. Are you calming down now? He's still breathing pretty heavy, but it's not panting necessarily. And then I've got Crimson Oracle, we already talked about. I'm not in the mood for it right now. We'll see. We'll see. It'll get done eventually. And then I've got my 2 kits that I don't even call whips anymore, but actually I have 4 now. I've got 4 kits that I do not call whips, they're just kit-ups. I've got my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. I've got Sunset Crossing from Craftably. And then I have my 2 kits for summer with the Masters. Moussenet Lob Moose, which is a cross-stitch conversion, and then Lady with Fan from Diamond Dots. So that's all the stuff that's in the mix right now. So I think I'm just going to finish up Beautifully Broken, keep working on this cross-stitch conversion, the Darth Vader one, and just kind of play with those until June, and then start on my Summer with the Masters stuff. So that's what's going on there. As far as kits that are on their way, I actually got in 2 of my Jaded Gem Shop kits. I got Sultana in, which is from Henry Clive, and that's a square drill. And then I got Autumn from Alphonse Mucha, which is a Mucha panel. It's from the seasons, but it's a different set of seasons that you typically see. It's different from the ones that you've seen on Diamond Art Club, Distracted by Diamonds, Diamond Painting Shop. It's not those seasons. It's a different set. So I got Autumn from Jaded Gem Shop in a round, and that one, what was I going to say about that? Oh yeah, that I got it in a round. So I need to do an unboxing of that one soon, and that will complete my seasons, because even though it's a different series of seasons, whatever. It's, I have my winter from Diamond Painting Shop. That one's done and in the room. And then I'll most likely be starting on spring next, which is from Distracted by Diamonds. And then summer is, again, from Diamond Painting Shop. And then autumn from Jaded Gem Shop. So 3 different companies, but all round. So I'm excited. Those are all going to go in my room one by one. And then what I have on the way, I have Hieronymus Bosch Garden of Earthly Delights, the center panel. That's getting sent directly from Jade's supplier with the drills for maquiling. So when I get to the restaurant, I am going to message her and see if there is tracking for that, or if not, I don't care. But it would be nice to know if I could know. And then I have, oh my goodness, I always forget these. I have, I think it's called like Ashes in Anger or something like that. It's a Henry Clive, and it's like a volcano that's erupting and spewing ash, but it's a woman's face in the ash. I got that one from her, and that's a round drill canvas. And there's one more that I cannot think of right now because I can never remember what I got from Jade. Okay, it's Cleo. How could I forget? It's Cleo from Henry Clive, and that one's also a round drill canvas. So Cleopatra, essentially. That one's really cool. I can't wait to see what that one looks like. I really want to look at that Alphonse Mucha from Jaded Gem Shop too. And I really want to see Sultana. I obviously haven't done the unboxings. I want to take a look at those. I will say Jaded Gem Shop unboxings are probably one of my favorites because of just how much detail and just how impressive they are, just the canvas, you know, like they really are kind of showstoppers when you even without any drills on them. So I really want to open those, but I think I want to wait until I need to open them because I have a game plan. I'd like to do an unboxing every week, June and July. That's an Old Masters, and I think I can make it happen. So I guess I could start pre-recording some of those. I think that was on my checklist for this month, was to pre-record all of those. I just wasn't planning on doing them quite yet, maybe in like a couple weeks. So I think I'll probably do that Autumn by Alphonse Mucha from Jaded Gem Shop. That'll be one. I've got to do Garden of Earthly Delights if that comes in time. I have to do that, unbox that for that, because that's just like, that's going to be an amazing unboxing. And then what else could I do? I'll probably do one of my Diamond Dots Gustav Klimts, either the Kiss. Oh, it's got to be the Kiss. That's the only one I have left that I haven't unboxed. So the Kiss. What else could I do? There's got to be more. Do I only have those? I guess I could check the dates for those Henry Clive images to see when those were published. I just have to, because he's an artist that created artwork before 1928 and after, so you really have to be careful there. So I could check the dates on those. I can do maybe I could technically do an unboxing of my other cross-stitch conversion from Francesca Studio Works. It's this waterfall image by Hokusai. That's an Old Masters, but it's kind of hard to do an unboxing of a cross-stitch conversion because it's like, here's a blank canvas. So I'm not sure. There's got to be more in my stash that I haven't unboxed yet. I don't know. So far, including the cross-stitch conversion, that's only 4. I need 8. Maybe I could do one every other week. I have to have more. I'm trying to think if I've unboxed all my other seasons. I think I have. Wow. Okay, well, maybe that is it. Maybe I just have the 4. The cross-stitch conversion I don't want to eat. I have 3. So maybe I need to see about getting myself a couple more Old Masters, or just do every other week. I do have the Great Wave by Hokusai from Diamond Dots in square, but that is on my D-stash list, so I don't know if I want to open it, if it's just going to, you know, I'm sure people would prefer it all packed. It doesn't have plastic wrap around it. I'll think about that one. I could maybe do that one. So yeah, maybe I need to get a couple more Old Masters in just to have them. Maybe, I wonder what I can get. I don't know. We'll see. I have time, even if I don't film them all this month, and maybe just do the ones for June, and then by the time June hits, I'll have a better game plan. I know of a couple shops that are going to be releasing some Old Masters images soon, or soon-ish. So I don't want to go nuts buying anything right now. I kind of want to see what comes down the pipeline this month. Ooh, never mind. I know of another one that I have. It just popped into my head. I have Vanity from Distracted by Diamonds. Robin over at Distracted by Diamonds sent that to me to unbox for Summer with the Masters. So of course I'll be doing that one. So okay, good. That puts me back at 4. So maybe I could get away with doing one every other week unless one of these shops releases some new old Masters that I can't say no to. I think there is going to be some that I can't say no to, just from what I'm hearing. But no spoilers. I'll let the shop have their spotlight when they officially launch them. But I'm very excited. So yeah, we're 4 minutes away from the restaurant. So I think I'm going to call it right here. We haven't even talked about. We talked briefly about some of the stuff I'm doing for events, but we haven't talked like full event chats. So I do have some updates there, but that's okay. Those can wait for a future vlog. I'll just make a mental note to make sure that we find time to touch on event stuff, because yeah, there's stuff to talk about. There's always stuff to talk about, but I'll let you go. It's also starting to get a little bit dark out here. Oh, wait. Oh! See, I need to go. I gotta go. I think I'm hungry. I think I'm probably just tired. Like, it's already been a busy week. I'm gonna try to do an early night tonight, but this has been me recently. I'm just like just out there and out of it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming with me on this one. Just a little chit chat. I always love doing these vlogs, and I need to make sure I do them more consistently. But it is kind of nice to have plenty to talk about and not feel like I'm stretching too much. I mean, I always do, but there was a time there I was like, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. We've done 4 vlogs this week, so it's been nice to split it up a little bit more. And I feel like I did, even though I spent more time doing life stuff, I did diamond paint a fair amount. And part of that's because I wasn't editing a ton of videos and stuff on my downtime, because I just wasn't filming anything. So, but yeah, let me know if you have any questions, comments, if you know of any old Masters in my stash. I'm kidding. But yeah, anything you need, just let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Otherwise, happy placing, and we'll see you next time. Bye! 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 Bye!